This matchup is Zomba is mean and ApolloKage doesn't care. So like it's kind of an IDGAF war going on, because ApolloKage is the type of player who will just go for something because it might work, and if it does work, he's like, all right, cool. Zomba will do whatever it takes to crush your spirit. So it's gonna be nice to see unstoppable force versus a movable object here.
Well, he is
one and comes out on top.
He is rocking the no mercy tag, so I'll have to take your word for it right now. But I have seen him taking up plenty of stocks yesterday, even in doubles, where he was able to take off stocks in the side B blast zone, just absolutely ripping stocks away at early percentages.
See, the question I have to ask about the no mercy tag is this a Cobra Kai reference or is it a Meister reference?
Or does he just hate Canada?
I think it's definitely a Meister reference, because I saw him actually play Game & Watch
with the blue color,
with the Meister color against Black Twins earlier today. So I definitely thought of Meister.
Yeah, he of course Meister's version of the no mercy tag, Cobra Kai. Zomba's version of the no mercy, Meister.
Paying homage.
An up tilt there from AK going to send Zomba high into the sky, and that grenade very nearly taking the stock off the top.
That was a Hail Mary right there. Could have taken the stock for that too. Already setting the pace at the early ongoing is actually Zomba actually rocking this aggressive Rob, trying to get in on Snake, where Snake's playing the cat and mouse game.
Deep off stage again though, and yep, Zomba actually gonna miss the tech and die?
Yeah. There's no way he should have lost in that situation. But gonna clean it right back up with the up air, keep him back to even stocks.
I know Zomba's already kicking himself, like there's no way I should have died for that.
It's game one, don't worry. There's plenty of match to have.
Hopefully not plenty SDs. We'll see how it goes though, as Zomba's able to build up 76%. Just like that, AK fires back, 43 of his own.
It's crazy to see that Rob is actually in your face all the time. Usually I see Rob's kind of hold back and play with their gyro, but I guess against Snake, you really don't want him to like stay back and set up camp.
To your point as well, Herman, it's funny, we talk about zoners in the game being good, specifically these two, but they also have some of the faster boxing options in your face. I mean, it's funny how that works. Shout out to Zachariah.
It's crazy how Rob has like the greatest down tilt ever to combat some of his like matchups that he would lose otherwise.
Yeah, they accidentally gave him Ken's down tilt.
That down tilt is wild, man.
Thankfully, no Shoryuken. And there we go to down air.
Zomba able to position himself perfectly to fire off with that checkmate down air. Thanks to Cypher's slow movement speed in the air, ApolloKage is not going to have any options to avoid it. And the thing is that once Zomba got himself a lead, he's now just going in on AK and swinging. He's like, all right, we're even in percents, and now I can play the trade war.
Swinging is oh so dangerous. However, last when you got that massive frame 6 up tilt from Snake. Speaking of the devil, another one connecting right there on the big body of Rob.
And that's the thing about being that big body, is that all these grenades that are littered throughout the scene, never mind, we're just going to move on to the game too.
Yeah, the extension of the Cypher, of course, allowing that big Rob downer hitbox to connect. And in my opinion, I mean, it's always a scary time recovering low against Rob, primarily due to that option itself. But of course, ApolloKage was in a little bit of a tough situation, kind of had to.
Correct. We usually see a lot of Snakes that usually want to recover high in the first place for that very reason. It's a very slow but predictable recovery. Unfortunately, he got pushed into a couple of situations where he had to do so. And of course, there's no way that he's not going to take advantage of it.
And not every character has the toolkit available to be able to edge guard Snake, but those characters that do, they do a very, very good job of it, and it turns one of Snake's greatest strengths, his ability to make it back to stage at pretty much any angle he wants, into a pretty hefty weakness because he's so slow when he's doing it.
Well said. Well said.
And as I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by that amazing down air, is that obviously Rob has a big body, and of course with all these grenades littered throughout the place, he's going to be taking on a ton of damage, as we see already in the early goings.
Yeah, Zomba, shut up. Let Herman talk.
No, please. I'm there to stars. I'm just here to talk.
Turn around there to catch the grenade explosion from ApolloKage, putting on damage quickly. Sometimes it feels against Rob, though. It doesn't really matter. He just does the same thing right back at you.
Well, a quick shout out to Riddles for the raid, sending a good chunk of viewers towards his TL brothers.
Oh man, Riddles, MK in the build.
Canada supporting Canada. You love to see it. And has to go for that low recovery again. This time letting go early.
All right.
AK still holding on to the percent lead, but we already saw it twice during the last game. That can be ripped away from him in an instant, both off stage and on stage if Zomba gets his way. He's looking for a gyro. Oh, and the clank with the up tilt's going to mean that Zomba's able to just get in there and grab. A quick mash from AK, though, means he's going to get the opportunity to set up that Nikita edge guard, and he capitalizes beautifully.
Let's get the Nikita on the Rob, grenade in hand.
Well, that's the thing, too, is that obviously Rob, no one's going to argue he has a bad recovery, but it can be slow at times, very susceptible to that Nikita.
Air dodges away from the down tilt, and AK was almost cooking, and there's no punish available for that because the grenade was perfectly placed, so he's just able to get out of dodge.
Mentioned those setups earlier. ApolloKage has a million of them, let me tell you.
A million might be an understatement. Ooh, the Cypher early air dodge going to hit Zomba in the face, but the back throw and then betrayal.
That was beautiful awareness from Zomba. Knew the grenade was in hand, and with the percent combined, that back throw plus grenade combo, get him out of there.
Well, you play with fire, you will get burned. Or in grenades in this case.
Ooh, and a quick grenade toss going to reflect, not quite actually, but send Zomba's gyro away from the danger zone for AK. Get a little bit of damage off to boot.
Okay.
Again, just trading projectiles right now. Again, two prolific zoners in their own right, so just tacking on some damage. Obviously, these trades are going to favor Zomba right now because he's at the higher percentage.
And at the higher percentage, Zomba doesn't have the option really to go in and try and box with AK because Snake's just going to keep trading out with nades, and you're going to slowly fall farther and farther behind. You're going all the way up there.
That was such a very swift chase right there from Zomba. It was incredible. Not done yet with the pressure. Some ground and stuff we're seeing right now with the down tilt.
One of the few characters that can actually chase Snake to the top blast zone, but he can do it from the ground as well.
Wow, that was just such a good set of adjustments from Zomba. In-game real-time action, just reacting to anything, and then an up tilt comes out. Guys, I can't keep up anymore. This is crazy.
Zomba was able to slow the pace of the match down so much. AK was doing such a good job at keeping neck and neck with him when they were both, pedal to the metal, going as fast as humanly possible. And then Zomba's like, all right, let's, listen to some classical music, take a quick break. We are in a church.
Well, that's the mark of a great player right there, when you're able to kind of turn your playstyle on a dime, take it from the fast when you need to and slow it down when you do as well.
Okay, setting up the nades on the stage right now is AK. Gyro is thrown out by Zomba.
Zomba being forced further into this corner now that he no longer has the percent lead either. AK just swinging on him. The Nair going to trade him high.
Massive call out from that Nair.
I feel like neither of these players have ever had a substantial lead against each other. They're keeping it close the entire way through, and even if a stock comes off, the other one's right to follow, but this is the last one of this game.
Oh my goodness, he tried to get that back air to connect, not quite going to work out. ApolloKage, good situation to be at the ledge, throwing out the up smash.
Especially after the way the game number one went, a dominant victory for Zomba. AK bringing it this close for game two is a great sign. He's yet to be edge guarded, so he's already made those adjustments, and we can clearly see the results.
There's the chase.
No! I cursed him! That's all my fault! I'm so sorry.
Damn, that double back air literally below the stage, getting the job done. And it's funny, guys, we talked about the end of game one, and we saw why Snake going low was dangerous against Rob. We saw it there for the same reason, but with a little bit of a different flavor, if you will, with the back air this time around. And not just one, but two.
Yeah, well, that's the scary part, is that, I think we all held our breath when you start to recover low. And I feel like a lot of characters, they might have that one shot to, try to go for the edge guard, and they have to go back to stage himself. Rob can just hover forever. That's why we saw the double back air come out. He can afford to.
He can afford to do that and so much more. He's got time to write an entire thesis paper out there with the amount of fuel that he's got in the tank.
The arena, my friend.
And with a 2-0 lead, AK is going to have a whole lot of fuel in his if he wants to make this reverse sweep comeback. But we've already seen him do it once today. You guys will recall that crazy reverse sweep against Pacha in top 32. See if he's got another one in him.
Yes, sir. And immediately we saw a few moments ago going high right away, not playing any games with AK. Does not want to be going low against Rob at all. Just a bad place to be in general, as Snake. Okay.
Landing Nair, of course, going to be punished out by the stair stepper. But Zomba, he's able to fire back a grab and a back throw off stage. Ooh, it's not the spike hitbox. Lucky for AK, and luckier that he gets to set up for the up tilt.
Damn.
Can't believe ApolloKage came out on the top situation. That it looked like, again, recovering low was going to be a thorn in his side yet again, but able to make roses out of daisies there.
The damage is piling on right now. The grenade being frame one, allowing him to trade all we want. And let me tell you right now, this is what Snake wants. When he has a lead, it is trade city, guys. Like I said yesterday, he's looking like an NBA general manager. That up throw, however, will get the job done for Zomba. Tied game.
Tied game in stocks, but not in percents. And you were already talking about the trade game. AK is going to start winning that handedly here. 87% now. Very bad spot for Zomba, and yeah, every single boxing option, it's going to be met with a fresh grenade there.
I think you were saying yesterday, 2 days ago last, that someone else was the best barter in this game. I don't know. I think Snakes likes to trade as well.
He's definitely a fan of, the classics, the Hammurabi Code, the barter system, the pyramids.
An eye for an eye.
Exactly.
A grenade for an up tilt. That is what it is.
A grenade for a fair, a grenade for an up tilt, whatever the trade. AK He's definitely coming out on top. Zomba at 138, not going to be surviving too much longer.
But I do like what I'm seeing from Zomba, though. You know, despite the deficit, he's fighting back. Effectively, it's a tie game right now. As I say that, jab 1-4, AK, not letting it rip.
Sometimes it happens, you just go for a single jab and look for a reaction of your opponent. Zomba not biting, tries to go for the up smash, but he gets an up tilt in return.
That was beautiful. Great.
Gotta be careful about that against somebody with mash as strong as AK. He's going to be able to get out and get that reversal to boot. And with the boot.
One of the most decent leads we've seen out of ApolloKage right now. He's at a high percentage himself and has to recover low. Again, he's getting the good adaptations at least. He's letting go of Decipher to make sure it still shuts down Zomba on his way for the down air.
Ooh, the damage right now. AK is cooking with some type of gas right now, and it is looking incredible at the moment. 79 in a hurry on the Rob. That Nair going to connect, but of course, Snake being a big boy, 165, he's chilling.
Every single interaction means more damage up onto Zomba. So when if AK goes down onto this final stock, it's just going to be one singular up tilt, one singular F tilt at ledge. Whatever he decides, maybe it's up smash to close out the game and put a point on the board to maybe, just maybe, boys, start that reverse sweep.
Well, I said you alluded to it before that it's a possibility. We've seen it even today where the reverse 3-0 doesn't come out, so don't count him out just yet.
Not just yet. Of course, AK rocking the straw hat. You know, he's got that main character energy going. You never know what could happen when you got that hat on and you're playing solid Snake, let me tell you.
He's got to make a decision. Does he want to be the Hokage or does he want to be the king of the pirates?
Man.
Regardless, he is a shonen man at heart, and you know what happens to those shonen characters. They get beat down, but they somehow find a way to win.
There you go. Let's see if he can make that come to reality against the terror known as Zomba with the Rob.
Already trapped in the corner. During the first two games, this was actually a pretty comfortable spot for Zomba. He was able to trade zoning for zoning with AK and come out the better for it, but AK has made those adjustments and has now started to heavily punish, and not only punish him for going into the corner, but to force him into the corner himself. But wait, hang on. He's cooking something up with this gyro, and it might not taste very good.
Ooh, great get-up attack right there from the AK to not really be too perturbed by the back air. Good decision.
And once again, this is actually the first, oh my God, Kaizen with the up air. Love to see it.
Up there, worked out very well.
Oh, the tech.
He gets tech and he come back from that. He's going to have to use a C4. Never mind. Like I said, Rob can just hang there all day. He has no reason to not put.
Unbelievable effort, though, from AK. Teching the gyro off stage, below the stage, that's kind of swag, if I do say so myself.
You got to do what you can to survive.
It was a valiant effort, but it's not going to pay off that time around because, like Hermit was talking about, Zomba able to just hang out off stage like it's an after-school club.
As a Belmont main, I wish I had a fraction of that recovery.
I don't.
I might be last on this one.
You can have fun with that.
All right.
Zomba gets a quick jab 1-2, but AK is able to fire back again, and once again, we see him. Zomba's in the corner.
At frame 6 with the jump squat down there out of shield. One of Snake's best options, if not his best option out of shield. Very useful against Rob, big body.
Speaking of the big body, getting blistered right now by these grenades. Again, a good percentage lead right now for ApolloKage.
Down smash. Oh, and he pops out.
Great game.
Snake came out of that. He was like, hey, man, I'm unharmed.
I'm good.
I'm relaxed.
Superhero landing.
Okay.
Oh, kind of a fumble off stage.
That would have been so good for Zomba if he had been able to position himself to go for the edge guard, but the grenade is always there. It's AK's wingman.
This man, ApolloKage, looking like Rambo with the battlefield. A bunch of things on the stage right now.
Certainly has set up a minefield. Can Zomba navigate it?
Getting a little dynamic in this matchup where we see basically a big cluster of projectiles and then those moments of the close quarter interactions. And you can kind of guess which one we're in right now as they're playing very safe at the high percentages.
Ooh. The double recover high. Yeah, has to air dodge there to avoid getting hit by his own gyro, and still has plenty of time to set up for the Zombair. But at 178%, he might be kissing this stock goodbye very, very soon, and indeed it is gone. Now, 0-0, one stock apiece. Does Zomba move to winners finals, or does AK push us to a game number 5?
Again, I think I've seen this episode of One Piece myself. I'm not going to count him out just yet.
This is a rerun.
This is the rerun. I think I know how this ends, and I'm not going to count ApolloKage out quite yet.
The double up tilt, some more damage. Gyro is thrown out, snipes that Cypher. Where's the scary timer here?
Oh, Zomba looking for something insane there. Not going to pay off, and I believe I know where the C4 is, but they can hear us, so I'm not going to call it out quite yet.
That's coaching.
No coaching this time around.
That was the one time at Ledge we saw him not go for the down air. He was trying to...
Where'd he go? There it is! The grenade was in hand when he got hit by that up smash border, and he did not let it go in time, so part of me was like, wait, what are you doing? Let that bad boy go!
I didn't even see that. I'm blown away by it myself.
So when I didn't say it, the C4 was stickied on AK's head. It was literally like a unicorn horn on Snake, and it transferred in the scramble onto Zomba, and eventually, through a comedy of errors for the young Rob main, sends him up to that top blast zone and sends us into game 5.
We mentioned it earlier, guys. We could see a potential reverse 3-0 come to fruition, and he might have to change his tag from ApolloKage to Apollo D Luffy. I don't know what's going on, right? This is the main character if I ever seen one. Of course, can't count out Zomba just
He's
yet.
going to be the #1 hero.
I don't know, he must have some amazing eyes, Last, because on top of the fact that obviously the C4 beeps red, he has a red dot on his head as well. That's a perfect hiding spot for it.
This is insane. The script is too strong. We saw it earlier.
And we saw Z writing it. He was a little bit behind on his deadline, but you trust the man to cook, and he cooks. This script has been fantastic.
Finally, almost after 1,000 episodes, I'll finally get to see the end of One Piece and see how it finally ends. I didn't know there's a snake involved,
Hey man,
but it might just be.
It got good after episode 800, and here we are. Ooh, a quick down tilt from Zomba, but his own gyro.
That's it. With all these projectiles flying around, you're going to get fumbled a couple of times here.
Living the up tilt. Great DI right there from Zomba. C4 back there just chilling. Got to watch out.
Down tilt here, going to release the grenade, but it still pops him up. AK probably looking for an up tilt here to anti-air Zomba's landing or an up smash. I've really liked seeing AK slowly implement up smash into his game plan over time, because it used to be like something that, you know, Snakes wouldn't do too often. It was a little bit too risky. There was too much startup on it. But now he's doing such a good job of just like, all right, this is more space that I can control as Snake. But speaking of controlling space, that long lingering side B from Zomba.
That was so good. He set that up with a series of fake outs with the gyro and a couple projectiles and going off stage and just had that side B locked and loaded. Great reaction.
Uh-oh. 40%, 46%, and he's off stage with no jump against Zomba looking to edge guard. The air dodge, though, the distance on that thing is insane. We saw it a lot earlier during his top 8 qualifier, and it still comes up huge for ApolloKage.
Yeah, it's a sticky situation to be in for sure. Doesn't get through it unscathed right now as the percentage racks up. Zomba still hanging on to the stock at 150%. Rob, a heavy boy.
Indeed.
Nair, though, from Zomba to fall down, catches AK on his jump, and a gyro to push him back off stage. He's got no jump, but he certainly has a back air.
Shutting down the chase from Zomba. You know he's going to be fishing for an up air, as you mentioned. One of the few characters that can actually chase Snake with the C4 up there. Finally lands with a back air.
Yep, that's guys, back air. Getting the job done for AK. Go ahead, please.
We talked a lot about the economy of trades during the first 4 games of this series. Now, though, for the first time in a while, Zomba has an insane % lead on ApolloKage, which means he gets to be completely dominant in setting the tempo of this match. AK has to play second fiddle to him.
Absolutely, and despite that last, I gotta say, Snake can put on the damage in an absolute hurry. You know, even though he snowballs really hardly, he's a tremendous comeback character. So all is not lost. Might start with that F tilt right now, though. Let's see.
You know, I wonder if that makes the character good. They're really good at snowballing, so they're good at playing while they're ahead. But they're also a comeback character, and they can all, there's so much in the utility belt.
Both these characters very similar in that regard too, is that they're both very heavy with phenomenal recoveries, and that's why you see them live for such exponential long percentages as we're seeing already.
Taking turns living to 180.
Yeah, he's got to hang on there. This is the last shonen spirit he has right there. When you're at your beck and call right now, this is, never mind.
Oh, the ApolloKage special!
Every Snake player gets one of those guys.
But not in Game 5, not when he needed it.
That's the ApolloKage special. Is it happening during Game 5?
Oh, it has to be Game 5.
It has to be Game 5 to be the ApolloKage special, because where else would it matter the most? And as he dies to his own C4, you can at least say, at least it wasn't last stock, because I can find that up tilt to bring us there.
Maybe you just wanted a bit more drama in this anime.
The awareness from AK to get that up tilt on the platform with the grenade conversion. Beautiful stuff. And we have a tie game. What better way to end it, guys?
No filler episodes here. It's all action all the time. Zomba takes a brief 7% lead over AK before they both reset to their separate corners. 42% on him now. Zomba trying to chase him off stage. AK has to air dodge, but the gyro. God, no! Wait, the gyro!
Was not able to break through the fair, not strong enough to break through the C4. I thought the gyro just set him up perfectly.
I was waiting for that C4 to detonate in Zomba's face when he ran off stage, but AK just left it on the platform for a later date and then detonated it to no effect.
That up air could have been so scary had he got it.
Literally, it's completely literally an explosive match we're seeing right now.
Both of these guys starting to inch their way towards kill percent where no more mistakes will be allotted to them. Zomba still swinging at him, but AK, he's content to just build his own little house on this left side PS2 platform. Zomba gets a dash attack in, but a grenade pop saves him from the follow-up. Zomba looking for something off that spot dodge, another grenade pop.
Yeah, we saw this before when they're kind of like push gets the shove, they kind of retreat back into their projectile game to kind of like not risk anything too substantial.
That C4 is in a debaucherous position, let me tell you right now. It's gonna go off soon somehow, some way.
Zomba, great confidence there just to ignore the deluge of explosions coming his way and have the confidence to throw the gyro out. C4 detonates behind him, so he's going to have that at his disposal. But one more big hit from Zomba will send him to winners finals.
But an up tilt can do just the same.
Exactly, Hermit, which is why both of these guys have to be so careful. AK now off stage, but he catches the gyro with the air dodge. And he throws
if that had killed, if that had killed.
Attack the gyro. This is all so much right now. Able to grab onto the ledge, throwing out that nair.
Goodness me.
It's worth noting that Zomba's at a percent where I think down throw F tilt will work on Rob if you're staying.
Wait!
Bad situation from both. Gets the F. There's no way that would have killed.
And F tilt's still not enough to kill. AK's able to air dodge back onto the ledge and starts setting up with explosives once again. Tries to go low, pops the grenade off the ground and bounces it high into Zomba's face. He's still going to be able to recover back to ledge, but that mortar surely makes it very difficult.
Has to recover high. The down tilt.
No! Tilt just at 192 apiece right now as far as percents, guys. I don't know what's about
that. That was the wrong tilt, but it's still even one grab away at this point.
Well, that tilt certainly gave AK the low profile that he needed to avoid any sort of follow-up that Zomba was looking there.
But unfortunately, not the stock and still not 200% apiece right now. You can't write this thing. This might be the
highest percent that I've seen these two at in the last hit situation. 206 to 203. The next hit does it for sure. Zomba lands with an air.
You can't write this stuff.
How is this happening? I don't think you can trade at all anymore if you're Zomba with the grenade. This is just insane.
You cannot write a script this perfect right now.
Looking for that up air on AK on the platform. The C4 is on the platform as well.
The dash attack.
And that's gonna do it. ApolloKage reverse 3-0ing Zomba in dramatic fashion. And guys, if I'm not mistaken, he just might be Monkey D. Luffy himself.
He might just be the one.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Maybe that was the one piece